What's up, Internet? Welcome to Brand Noob's review of the Big Eye Design titanium pins. Unfortunately, I threw the boxes out. I've been using these pins for the last month or so, but usually I like to show what box they came in. Everything you see here is what came in the box, and we'll go over each of these things and what they are in a second. Obviously, there are two different sizes to the pin. I will show you a Uniball Impact 207 pin for size comparison. Obviously, that is the same size, it's a normal size. And then you have the mini option, which equates to about a Pilot Mini G2. Upon opening the box, you're first going to find this thing. This is a felt microfiber case for your pen. It's a nice touch. It's got the little logo there, if you can see that. Basically, the idea behind this is that it slides open and you keep your pen in it. Again, it's a nice touch, but these pens are tanks. You will never hurt them. You could run over them with your car, throw them at a brick wall. You're going to be fine. You're never going to use these little cases that they give you. Next, it comes with these end caps. The first is a little flathead backing for your pen, and I like that one better. I think it gives the pen a cleaner look. And the next one is this little stylus. It can be used on your iPhone, your iPad. Works great. I've tested it out, and makes the pen look about like that. You're only going to screw these in with your hands. They go in there very easily. You don't want to over screw them with like a screwdriver or anything. But yeah, they'll never come out. So, we'll go over this one first. And how this works is it doesn't come off like a normal pen that you just pick up. It screws off. Just like that. It's pretty easy. It's not cumbersome. I've never been annoyed by having to screw it off. It's less than 2 rotations and it just comes right off. And the marketing point about this pen, what the whole Kickstarter campaign was about, that this pen can use 35 plus refills. I haven't tested them all out. I've tested a couple out. They've worked beautifully. So I will stand behind what they say. You screw that off, and this is the way you switch them out. And then you have the grip right here and the barrel. And you screw that off. And you'll notice it popped out. It's because there is a spring down in there. It comes out. And the reason this spring is removable is because I have a fairly short refill using the Mont Blanc cartridge. If you had a longer refill, you might not need the spring. But if you take it out, be sure not to lose that. And you just put it in there and screw it back on. Now, what do you do with the cap while you're using the pen? That's a matter of preference. I personally like to hold on to it. I keep it in my hand, keep it in my pocket. Try not to lose it that way. And here's the reason why. You can screw it onto the back here. And actually, looking at the camera here, it looks like there's a color variation right here. That is not here in person. I assure you everything's uniform. So you don't need to worry about quality control there. I don't know why it looks like that. However, back to my main point. So you screw the cap on the back there. And this is me nitpicking. Again, this won't bother probably 90% of you. But the OCD people, like me. So, it makes it just slightly longer than your average pen. And when writing with it, I feel it looks almost comically long. So I prefer to keep it like that. And just screw it back on. Again, that will 90-95% of you will not care about that. But just in case you do. So that's my only con of the pen. The pros, it's a great pen. It's titanium. Again, you're not going to hurt it. You run over it with your car. You throw it against a brick wall. It's going to be fine. This thing is a tank. Nothing on this feels cheap, all the way down to the clip. It's even kind of tough to pull the clip back. And the main thing I like about it, and this is something I search for in almost everything I buy, is that it's not ostentatious. It's nice, but when you take it out of your pocket, it's not going to invite thieves. No one's going to look at you and be like, I need to steal that pen right now. It's a nice pen. Again, it will literally last you the rest of your life, but no one's going to know that you paid $75 for it. And I think that is one of the most important key aspects to the pen, is that it doesn't say, hey, I spent $75 on a pen, come steal this. And the mini pen. And I almost recommend just getting the mini pen and calling it good, but I don't. And here's why. The mini pen is great. It basically fits in your pocket. It doesn't seem cumbersome. You even forget it's there. If you go to your jeans pocket and you see that you have that little coin pocket that no one ever uses for anything, it comes to about right there. It sticks out just a little bit, clips in there very nicely, and you'll just forget it's there. So, why don't I recommend this? Well, one, it works just the same, and that's not my point, but one is that there's not a lot of mini refills on the market. You're pretty much stuck to the Pilot G2 refill, which I believe is what they shipped me, or you have the option of, like I did, creating your own. What I did is I had a refill that was running low, so I cut it off and then just put the cap in where I cut it off. And I use it that way. So that's what you can do. And that's not a manufacturing complaint. That's not like Big Eye design messed up. That's just that there's not a lot of mini pen refills on the market. And it works the same way in that it screws onto the back. And what I love about that is that it's pretty much the same length as any other pen. So, yes, it works as a quick check writing pen, but screw this onto the back, it works as something if you need to write, a much longer, much more substantial note. And the other con that I can't get behind this pen is because it is $55. There's not a lot of refills on the market, and for a check writing pen that you could very easily leave at the laundromat or anywhere else, it's just a lot of money for something that could be very easily lost carrying on you. I keep this one at my desk, so there's less risk of losing it, and that's why I recommend this one over the other one. I don't think the mini pen is going to be something that a lot of people are going to pick one and then pick the mini pen. I think the mini pen is for, obviously it's sold separately, but it's something that people are going to buy this one and then just go ahead and get this one. No one's going to choose this one only. And my recommendation overall is just to get this one. I love it. It's a great pen. It's got a nice weight to it, but it doesn't feel heavy. And that's another point that I wanted to bring up about this. If you go to their website, you'll notice they have an aluminum version. This one is the titanium version, as seen by the little TI there. The aluminum version, if you read, is 20 to 30% lighter than this one. I haven't held the aluminum version. I don't know anything about it. It works the same way, but this one I can tell you definitely has a good feel to it. If you're looking to spend $50 on a pen, which is what the aluminum one costs, I don't think $20 more to get one that really feels substantial and feels nice is out of your price range. That's your call, though. Again, I would have to hold the aluminum version to completely give you a full recommendation. But based on the weight and feel of this one, I think $75 isn't a bad price. Again, this one, it's a great pen if you have the $55 to spend on a check writing pen that could possibly get lost. Go for it. I don't think you regret it. I don't regret buying it. But I'm saying for the average consumer out there, this is a bit more of a stretch than getting this one. And that's my review. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. You can see there's a link below this video. There's actually a link on our website, brandnoob.com.